The latest on Robert Durst, the millionaire heir charged with murder, was moved to a mental health facility last night as police in Houston raided his home searching for evidence. ABC's Matt Gutman is tracking the case from St. Gabriel, Louisiana. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. Over that fence and through that field right there and all that fog is the acute mental health facility. And that's where Robert Durst is waking up this morning in this isolated part of Louisiana. Now, sources are telling me his mental health condition has deteriorated since his arrest. That is, his case has taken even more twists and turns.
The legal vice around Robert Durst continues to tighten. The 71-year-old appearing disoriented leaving court Tuesday, rail-thin and smiling eerily into a photographer's lens. Police raiding his luxury condo in Houston overnight, carrying out boxes of potential evidence. And here in Louisiana, an appeals court judge moving him to a facility for inmates in need of mental health treatment.
Right now, the sheriff's deputies are moving Durst from this jail facility to a mental health facility. That's him and that cruiser right there.
Newly released court documents reveal he takes hydrocodone for pain along with other medication, and then there's the marijuana. During his arrest in a posh New Orleans hotel over the weekend, police say they found a whopping 5 ounces of it. But Durst's biggest legal challenge remains that capital murder charge out of Los Angeles for his alleged 2000 execution of his best friend, Susan Berman. A murder authorities hint may have something to do with the disappearance of his wife, Kathy, in 1982. Much of the mystery chronicled in the HBO docuseries The Jinx. During the show's finale, Durst muttered what seemed to be an off-camera confession.
Kill them all, of course.
Durst's attorney implying the show prompted his arrest.
The basis for his arrest, it's not based on facts, it's based on ratings.
Also overnight, police in Eureka, California, telling ABC News they want to talk to investigators in the Durst case about the 1997 disappearance of 16-year-old Karen Mitchell, who they believe met foul play. At that time, police released this composite sketch, which seems to resemble Durst.
Now, we know that Durst lived in that area at that time, and this is the second time that this possible link is being investigated. Still, police say he is not a suspect and caution against overreaching. Meanwhile, he'll have to spend the next 5 days in that facility until his bail hearing on Monday. George.
Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Let's get more on this now from Dan Abrams. We saw Durst's lawyer there, Dick DeGuerin, won a lot of big cases in the cowboy hat, and we're seeing the beginnings of his defense.
And helped win the case for Durst previously as well. Look, we are seeing the defense, and the defense is going to be pointing the finger at the documentary. The problem with that, of course, is he's saying it's not based on the facts. Well, of course, it is based on the facts that were learned as part of a documentary that did get good ratings. Okay, fine. But that doesn't, it's a nice slogan, but it doesn't address the fundamental question of, did Robert Durst do it?
Now, at the same time, you know, you saw the Durst lawyers want to get to California to face the charges right away, but he's facing this gun charge in New Orleans, which could be 10 to 20 years in prison if convicted.
Yeah, I'm sure the California prosecutors want him there. I'm sure that the defense attorneys want to move this case over there, but there could be a delay. I mean, it could be that they decide in Louisiana to move forward with that case. And there's an argument to be made that that wouldn't be such a bad thing.
That's what I was going to ask you about. It gives the prosecutors more time. And also, if he's convicted, gets him in jail no matter what.
Right. And I think that the prosecutors in California might want a little distance from this documentary. I mean, right now, there's so much talk and so much buzz about what's happening with the documentary. If I'm the California prosecutors, I may say, you know what? We're okay with taking a little time here, letting this settle down and allowing us to focus on the facts.
Now, it doesn't appear like the defense is going in this direction, but we hear about these mental health problems with Durst. Could that lay the groundwork for a future insanity defense?
No. It could lay the groundwork for a potential argument that he's not fit to stand trial. They could somehow argue that he doesn't understand the proceedings, he can't assist in his defense, but an insanity defense, remember, would relate to his mental state at the time of the crime. When you're talking about his mental state today, it simply can relate to the question of, can he stand trial? Very tough standard to say you're not competent to stand trial.
Okay, Dan Abrams, thanks very much.